Hello and welcome back to Universal Love Law. Today I have a metaphysical video for you guys where I will break down the oversoul. What is that? Okay. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that are moving towards understanding spirituality and understanding higher knowledge, they may have heard what an oversoul is. And it's very important for us all to know that one human being, there's us, right? Who we are. There's you, there's me, there's all these people individually, right? There's me. I have a soul that I'm containing in this vessel, right? I am the soul. I am, right? The body is the physical flesh. But when we think about an oversoul, that is in complete correlation to a fragment, a piece of the soul. So I like to explain source, like the creator of all things, as the source of knowledge, right? So there's a big source of information being perceived and understand through the illusion of life that God is perceiving through us. And so like when you think of a lava lamp, which are so beautiful, it's like a big ball, right? And it's liquid and it's just moving around, and pieces of it rip apart and separate, right? You can think of that as the oversoul disconnecting from source. So the oversoul is a large mass amount of multiple individual souls. The oversoul is the collective. It's the one oversoul that kind of morphs into multiple collectives. So when you think about what's your soul group, your soul tribe, you're thinking about the oversoul that you are directly connected to, okay? And so I'm gonna post some pictures of tribes, and you can see the correlation in their the way that they look, right? So their facial features and all of their attributes and everything is very similar. And that's why we can meet people nowadays all around the world who something about their essence, their spirit, is something about them that is in their soul that you feel that you connect to. You're connected to. And so this is you connecting to someone that's a part of your soul group, which is directly linked to an oversoul. An oversoul is a collective of soul, consciousness. So this is why I say, like, when the oversouls are released from source, this is all a collective consciousness, right? So like a lot of people we just naturally attract to and we gravitate towards and we connect with spiritually. Spiritually is the frequency that we have around our physical bodies, the spirit. And so we connect to other people just bioenergetically, and we just don't understand why. Or we meet people that look like us, like, I know someone that looks just like you, or oh my God, you talk like these one, like it's something about your soul essence, about your spirit that reminds me of this person. And that's because in all actuality, that is that is a soul that's essence is coming from an oversoul. And so the reason why oversouls this is why people say that they feel like they were incarnated here and they were like in their past life some type of great person. You may have been some great person, but okay, I think I'm gonna have to get some paper for this. So you may have been that great person, right? You may have been that person. So here's the person. This is the person. Okay? So that's you, right? But that person has a soul, right? And the soul, we're going to make the soul a color, okay? So this is the soul. Right? So we have the person, which is you, and then we have the frequency, right? Is the soul. But that soul has this is where it gets tricky and you understand. That soul has something even larger, which is a collective consciousness, which is called the Oversoul. Boom. Now, this is where you see the math coming. So there's the person. That person is a soul, but that soul comes from a soul group called the Oversoul. But this is where it gets complicated. When you morph over, you realize that the Oversoul has multiple all right, stay with me, guys. The Oversoul have multiple souls. You see? So we have all of these people, right? And we have all of these little souls. But that one soul is a connection to an Oversoul. That Oversoul is consciousness, okay? So what we are connecting to, it might be the spirit, right? So we'll make the spirit yellow. So the spirit is around all of our bodies. We're vibing and connecting off of the spirits, right? You see? We have the yellow. The spirit is all around the body. But we are individually collective a soul. We are individually have souls that are collected to one large Oversoul. And people that are your soul group, your soul family, are all connected in that Oversoul. So you may have been a great leader in a lifetime, but you may have felt that, but you don't realize that they are all that leader. You see? They are all a part of this collective consciousness. Because once the body is gone, you go back into your Oversoul. You go back to your soul group, your soul family, okay? Which is all just consciousness of source. So there are collective consciousness, right, that govern different aspects of life, right? It's sort of like gods and angels and guides and protectors, right? There's certain angels and guides that you call on for certain things, right? Like you call on certain ancestors or protectors when you are afraid or you need to be protected. You call on certain ancestors or certain angels or guides or forces that can help you be malleable, like with time, like be able to transmute time and transcend time and condense time and to get a lot of things done. That's using like Metatron, Archangel Metatron, or things like that, right? So when you think of an Oversoul, this is a group of a collective consciousness that governs or is mastered in an area of life. So there may be an Oversoul who are protectors of animals, okay? So then you feel connected to your soul tribe. These are people who probably work in safaris or feel a connection to, connecting with people, right? And so, or connecting with people that are a part of their soul tribe. Like for instance, for me, I'm connected to a group of wise ones who are angelic in nature, warrior spirits, fighters, but highly intelligent, that govern science, math, and astrology and metaphysics. So my collective consciousness is my group and my collective consciousness, my Oversoul that I morph into having this individual soul experience, this physical human experience, is connected to an Oversoul that governs these type of scenarios, like ultimate truth, gatekeepers and things of that nature, gatekeepers to knowledge and like that. Some people are here to some people are a part of a soul group that is here to help humanity. Some people are here in their collective consciousness, and their soul group is connected to healing the body, physical body. Some people are here to do a lot of spiritual work. So whatever you're drawn to and you feel attracted to, these certain people, they can be different people from all around the world, okay? They could be people from all around the world. The oversoul is experiencing the human experience through multiple souls. So when you ask, what is an oversoul? What is a soul group? What does that mean? Why does this person feel like they were some major icon in time, like 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago? Why do they feel such a connected root to these ancestors, that as if that was their life? Because it may have been, but it may have been all of our lives. If we are one collective consciousness, if one aspect of me is experiencing this life, that whole oversoul is. You see what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important for us to understand spiritual terminology. Because yes, our language has been taken from us. So we're not talking on the vibrational frequency where we can explain things on a very higher understood level. We're talking on a very low vibratory state of language and communication, because we're not able to really express true understanding of the forms of knowledge and wisdom that we know we feel it inside of us. Like, for instance, it's a lot of dreams that I have that I cannot explain to people in the illusion, and a lot of that is due to me knowing who I am. I have a first house Pisces, so that means that my chart ruler is Neptune. That means that I am Neptunian in nature. That means that I have abilities to tap into the dream world in the 12th house. I have abilities to see things and get information through symbolism and through innate knowing emotionally of understanding of consciousness. And that is very, very hard for me to explain to people the information that I'm receiving due to our ability, our lack of communication. So it's really important to know who you are. It's so important for us to know who our ancestors are. It's so important for us to ask questions, because we're approaching a time where spiritual lingo or spiritual communication and words, this is why I'm very big on that. I really pride the channel on being able to understand what are certain terms, like an oversoul. What is your Merkaba? What is all of these terms that represent an understanding of a higher learning. And so once we're tapped into it, we're rising our vibration. And what is Earth, Gaia, wanting to do right now? Rise its vibration to a higher dimension. So when it comes to astrology, you understand and you learn more about yourself through astrology, through understanding the astrological placements in the sky, understanding that we are a part of a collective consciousness. There's the whole collective, which is all humanoid beings that are here to experience in human experience through with the intention to fulfill its purpose, right? So, but there's also benevolent beings and and not, maleficent, there's not good, or there's good and there's bad. So there's light and there's dark. There's positive, there's negative. There's masculine, there's feminine. There's all of these aspects of the same polarity. Okay, so ultimately we all have a collective consciousness that is purely source, where we're experiencing life through the spectrum, right? But we also want to understand that our oversoul is also so there's the oversoul, but then like okay, this is a lot of information. So after the oversoul, it's the all. It's the mental. And then you'll see that the oversoul breaks down into multiple oversouls. So there are multiple there are multiple oversouls and soul groups that are all connected to source. So I know my soul group when I see someone from my soul group. I know a lot of YouTube people are a part of my soul group. People on YouTube that are teaching a lot about science, sacred science, and things of that nature, and understanding of hidden knowledge and exposing the light and the dark. This is where the warrior spirit comes through. And a lot of people experienced lifetimes that are a part of my soul group that I resonate with. So if it wasn't me physically, it was me, my oversoul. It was a part of my soul group that experienced that lifetime, even if it was my a counterpart of mine. You know, like, you see what I'm trying to say? I'm getting there. And so it's really important for us to learn to ask those questions, ask our guides, where is my soul group? What is my purpose here? Once you learn your purpose, you'll see the group in which you originate. And it shows very predominantly in the features in the village, tribal people from our ancestors and things. You can see the familiarity in their features, their bone structures, and things of that nature. It's just amazing. But then once we move forward in life, you have siblings. I mean, we move forward in time. Like now, we have people that have multiple siblings, and they all look different. But you see that sibling looks like someone from this kind of tribe, or that sibling looks like someone from that kind of tribe. And you realize that all these people are morphed and have the same kind of awareness, like consciousness awareness. It kind of progressed and evolved through time, where it went from just the features in villages to where you can see they're all soul family. And now it's transcended and ascended due to just a lot of changes that happened in life and civilization and things of that nature. It kind of distorted the family units, the village units, into where now we're so spread out, like it's so many of us, and we're all spread out and we're all around. Like, it's people from certain soul groups that are born into families that is like 5 oversouls, and they're all souls that incarnate in one family, but they have totally different soul purposes and totally different soul groups. And so that's why it's so important to know yours, and know if you're not a part of your family. If your family is not the same soul group as you, note that it's a reason why you are here to incarnate through that family. Souls don't just get desperate and go through any family. There's a purpose and meaning behind all things. Everything happens for a reason. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys to understanding what is an oversoul. This is a metaphysical video. We'll move into our 9th house stellium video soon. Thank you so much for tuning into Universal Love.